Hey, hi everyone, hope you're doing fine. Today we're going to see an interesting Singapore math problem. Let's dive straight into the problem. Karen, James, Mary and Meg shared a certain amount of money. Karen received 1/3 of the money. James received 1/6 of the money. Mary and Meg received $105 each. How much money did James and Karen each receive, and how much was the total amount of money given to them? So first, if we take a look at the question, we know that the total amount of money with Karen, James, Mary and Meg is not known, right? And Karen received 1/3 of the total money, right? So let's go ahead. The total amount of money, let's assume it's an unknown quantity, so we'll represent that with this box in here. Karen received 1/3 of the money. So for Karen, what we need to do is basically divide the total money into 3 parts. So Karen received 1/3, meaning the total is divided into 3 parts, and we choose one of that. Right? So now this is what Karen has received. James received 1/6 of the money. See, they refer to the money, which actually refers to the total money that they have shared. So if Karen received 1/3 and James received 1/6 of the money refers to the same quantity. So again, the total amount of money is our reference, and James received 1/6 of it. So we're going to divide the total amount here into 6 equal parts, and James got 1 of it. So now we see that these two represents the same amount of money, just that in this case we have divided into 3 parts, and in this case we have divided into 6 parts. So we're going to how do we compare 1/3 to 1/6, 1/3 to 1/6? Because they refer to the same amount, if we can divide them into the same number of units, then it would be easier to compare. So in this case, the first one is 3 parts divided into 3 parts, the second one divided into 6 parts. So if we can make the denominator the same, then we can compare which one is more and how much more. So one way of doing that is trying to find the LCM of 3 and 6. If you're not sure how to find the LCM, there are one of my videos out there. You can check that. But in here, the LCM of 3 and 6 is 6, which means 3 times 2 will get you 6, which means any time we multiply the denominator, we also multiply the numerator with the same value, so that the fraction value does not change. So that gives us 2/6. So essentially what you're going to do is divide this into 6 parts, and out of that, in the sense, this will be divided into 2 parts, this into 2 parts, and this into 2 parts. So which means this 1/3 is the same as 2/6, as what you see here. So now we know that from the total amount of money, Karen had 2 units, James had 1 unit. So we are still left with 3 units. And these 3 units is what was received by Mary and Meg. And fortunately here, Mary and Meg received $105 each. So if you see here, this remaining amount is actually what is with Mary and Meg, and that is $105 each. So 105 plus 105, which is $210. So now we find that the 3 units here is equal to 210. So 1 unit is 210 divided by 3, so that gives us 70. So 1 unit here is 70. So we know that we can find the total amount of money and the money with Karen. Karen has got 2 units, so 2 times 70 is 140. And James, 1 unit, 1 times 70 is 70. So Karen has got $140. James has got $70. And the total amount of money with all of them is, if you look at it, there are totally 6 units. So 6 times 70, which is $420. So that is the total amount of money with all 4 of them. Hope this was helpful. Now we are going to see how to solve the same problem just by using algebra. So you can see here Karen, James, Mary and Meg shared a certain amount of money. We don't know how much it is. Karen received 1/3 of the money. James received 1/6 of the money. Mary and Meg received $105 each. How much money did James and Karen each receive, and how much was the total amount of money given to them? So here, when we are going to talk about the total amount of money, then it means the money with Karen plus James plus Mary plus Meg. Right? That's the total amount of money. And if you look here, Karen received 1/3 of the money. Right? In this case, let's assume Karen plus James plus Mary plus Meg. The total amount of money is X. If that is the case, then Karen is equal to 1/3 of X. And James received 1/6 of the money. So James is equal to 1/6 times X, which is the total amount of money. And Mary and Meg received $105 each. So Mary and Meg have got $105. So in this case, the total of all these is equal to X, which means Karen, who has got 1/3 of X, plus James, who's got 1/6 of X, plus Mary 150 and plus Meg 150 is equal to X, which is the total amount of money with all of them. So now in this case, we just got an equation and we can solve this equation. First step is to move all the X items to the one side and the numbers to leave them on one side. So 105 plus 105 is equal to X. When you bring this over here, it's minus, so minus 1/3x minus 1/6x. Or in other words, if we are to remove these two, we are going to minus 1/3x and minus 1/6x on the left hand side. And when you do something on the left hand side, you do the same thing on the right hand side to maintain this equality. So here also we subtract 1/3x and then 1/6x. Now, if you're going to solve this, because there are fractions involved, we want to make the denominators the same so that we can go ahead and calculate the numerators. So this would become, x can be written as 6/6 of x, or 6x over 6. 6 and 6 gets cancelled, which means it's 1/whole of x. So in this, it becomes minus x over 3, because 1/3 times x is basically the same as 1 times x over 3, and so that becomes x over 3 minus x over 6. So we are going to make the new denominators the same, in which case these two has got the same denominator 6. So in this case we do change it to 6 by times 2, both the denominator and the numerator. So that becomes 2x, as you see here. So 6x minus 2x minus x, and since the denominators are all the same, we can just subtract the numerators, or add or subtract the numerators. 6x minus 2x minus x is equal to, divided by 6 is equal to 210. So in this case, minus 2x minus 3x, that becomes, minus 2x minus x, the whole thing becomes minus 3x. 210 is equal to 6x minus 3x over 6, and we know that we want to remove this 6 from this side. So what do? Times 6 here. And we will times 6 on the left hand side as well. But 6x minus 3x, that is 3x. 6 minus 3 is 3. So then that 3x is equal to, you bring the 6 over the side or multiply both sides by 6. The 6 gets cancelled on the right hand side. On the left hand side we've got 6 times 2, 10. And that is 1260. So again, if we just want to find out x, then whatever this whole value is here divided by 3 will give us x. So x is equal to $420. That's the same as what we got in the previous method as well. So now the total amount of money is x, which is $420. And Karen had 1/3 of the total amount of money. So 1/3 of 420, which is the same as 420 divided by 3, which is 140. So Karen had $140. James had 1/6 of 420. So 1 by 6 times 420, or it's the same as 1 times 420, which is 420 divided by 6, and that is equal to 70. And that's how we solve this problem. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. So thank you for watching this video. Have a great day. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. Do like the video, can comment on whether you found it useful, or if you have other questions, do put them in the comments so I can actually take a look and then get back to you. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.